to show pornography. Well, one of the people in their cars had a heart attack, and it was an older gentleman. He was really excited. So he died, and the hacker was then charged with the murder of that individual. So, with all of the aforementioned potential crime charges and governments drinking haterade, one may wonder who would be interested in partaking in virtual graffiti. Well, there are several people, including artists. It's a new medium that is in a public place and gets lots of exposure. There we go. Protesters. Virtual graffiti could be very useful when protesting outrage acts. Protesting outrageous acts committed by local or federal governments. For example, I'm not surprised. Actually, I am kind of surprised that nobody has hacked the digital signs for the Free Byron movement. This would get a lot of attention. Extremists, digital billboards would be a great way for them to spread their message into a large audience quickly with little or no cost to them. Governments, for the same reason as the extremists. And hackers, it's something new to exploit and learn about. And young people, because hormones plus destruction of someone else's properties equals lulz. And that's math. You can't argue math. Why are they interested? Well, there are many reasons, including vandalism. There will always be someone who gets off on destroying someone else's property. Guerrilla advertising. Spreading propaganda. I mean, why just settle for news, TV commercials, emails, and posters? By placing your message on the billboard network, it'll appear for 8 seconds on every billboard in that particular network repeatedly for an undetermined amount of time. It's undetermined because it's until they notice that you hacked their sign. And finally, you would want to do this for the lulz. Unfortunately, using this excuse will only be helpful if you are tried in internet court. Well, that's it. I'd like to take a second to thank a few people, namely Toten Dad for doing my slideshow, Rain and Nikita for making sure that I got off my ass and submitted a talk, and of course the Graffiti Research Lab, who does some really, really amazing stuff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm done early. Does anyone have any questions that you want answered now? Yes. Troll. Most of them are serial. Oh, I'm sorry. The question was, what kind of connections do they have in the control panel at the bottom of the digital billboards? And I found that in most cases it is serial. Well, okay, so the follow-up question was, do you have to have a certain type of terminal software or different image types? Usually, if you want to have an image displayed on the digital billboards, it's a JPEG. There's a certain size, and it's all on the Clear Channel website, actually, because... Well, exactly. Let's go break into some stuff. But unfortunately, the digital billboards are only in certain places. You guys don't have a lot of them out here in the West. Vegas is obviously an exception. But places like Seattle, for example, doesn't have them yet. But a lot of people in the Northeast and the South are starting to grow. Yes. The question was, are there any examples besides the billboard in Russia of digital billboards being hacked? And the answer is no. I think it was 2008, 2009, they thought that Skull Phone hacked a Clear Channel billboard in California. Turns out he paid for it and then leaked letters to different places saying he hacked it. But no, other than the one in Russia, there are no known cases of the billboards being hacked. Do I think it's possible? Yes. I just think we need to get off our butts and do it. Well, they do have, okay, the question was how do you load the images basically onto the digital billboards, and they do have that digital signage software. It's kind of hard to come across, but they do offer a beta of the software on the company's website that you can download and use. And if you feel like shelling out the cash for it, you can buy it and then BitTorrent for everybody else.
Has anyone done the protocol? Because I'm sure a simple command line interface, you can make like a little tiny echo-based thing you just plug in.
To my knowledge, no one has done it yet. Like I said, there hasn't been many cases of the billboards being hacked, so the knowledge on them are pretty limited. I didn't have the signage software on my machine when I went to go poke around, but so most of it's up to research and speculation, unfortunately. The roadside signs have a control panel with everything preloaded that you just have to type in whatever you want displayed. No, most of the electronic roadside construction signs don't have a port or anything that you need to plug a machine into. They have that control pad in which you can enter data. Possibly some of the other manufacturers do have a place where you can insert a console, but I don't know about those. I didn't play around with those. I just played with the ADCO ones with the control panel. Yes, ma'am. I'm actually not a graffiti artist. I don't tag or anything, unfortunately. I'm not that cool. I'm mostly interested in the electronic side of it. Anyone else? Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
How much variety is there in the SSIDs of the not-so-secure networks that was managed?
I'm sorry, I can't really hear you.
How much variety is there in the SSIDs of the not-so-secure networks that interface over this devices mapping?
Is that for the menus or for the? Oh, yeah. Honestly, you don't really have to drive around to map them. They have on their sign where each and every billboard, or on their site, on the Clear Channel website, they have each and every location of every billboard they have up. If you wanted to for fun. That's actually a good question. I did not look into that, but if you want to give me your email, I can look into that and give you an email back.